Hey, what's up guys? Quentin with Lawn Care Ninja here. Today we got a special video for you. I know I've kind of been promising this for a little bit. I did run into some PC issues. My CPU was like freezing every time I tried to edit a video. So I had like a couple videos I was like working on, and I just couldn't do anything because my computer would lock up and freeze. So gonna be getting back into doing some videos, but this one is going to be about my service inquiry survey. This is something that I send to every one of my customers, new and old. Especially if I get a new client, someone who comes up to me out in the field. I get their email, and when I get home I'll send them a link to fill this out, and that way I have all of their contact information, the service address, and you're not really having to worry about poor handwriting, because I know a lot of people send these out in the mail and have people write their answers in. So this for me has simplified that whole process, because you can just send a mass email to everyone. I do use MailChimp. It is free for relatively small companies, so I just send a mass email a few weeks before spring with the link to have them fill it out, and I'll just start getting response after response after response, and it all sends it into a spreadsheet, so that way when I'm trying to get things scheduled for spring, I can easily sort through those spring services. I can easily see the yes or no's, and it just makes things like so much easier. You're not having to go through papers. You're not having to wait for things in the mail. You don't have to worry about postage, things maybe getting lost in the mail. So yeah, hopefully this is something that can help you guys out. And sending these out in email, it's quick, it's easy. Anytime you get a new client, you get their email, you get home and you just shoot it over to them, and they fill it out, and you have all your answers right then and there. You can easily access it from your phone, any computer, all that stuff. So it makes it really nice. I will be doing two parts to this video. The first one is going to be over the actual form itself and all the questions that I put down in the form for people to select. The second part that I want to do is actually sending it out in an email, kind of how I format the email. One thing I'm going to try new this year is actually sending out a short video, record a minute and a half video, and put it on YouTube. Sorry about that, had a semi going by, but anyway, have the video be real short, and make it private or unlisted or whatever, and then just in that email have the thumbnail picture to where they can click on it as just kind of like a welcome to 2022, and talking about the email and the service inquiry survey. So I just got done recording that, and we're going to be going inside soon and going over the 2022 service inquiry survey, and keep an eye out for part 2, where we actually send the email. So all right guys, we'll see you in there. Thanks for joining me as we're looking over the service inquiry survey. I did try recording this video before, and it was like 34 minutes. So I'm going to try and cut that down to hopefully right around 10 minutes. So we'll just go ahead and jump right in here and take a look at what I got. So as you can see, first off, I have my logo and the same kind of color scheme. All that stuff is very easy to adjust yourself. You can upload your image over here, change the color and all that stuff. As you're scrolling down here, you can see I have two sections. The first one is just gathering the information from the client, their name, address, phone number, email address. I'll go ahead and pause it here for just a little sec in case you want to pause it yourself and just kind of take a look at what I have.
The only thing that I have as required is the customer name. We need that when they fill out their answers, and you'll see here shortly that their name will be attached to their answers, because if they just go through this and don't fill anything out, then and they leave their name blank, then you're not going to know who sent that response. Scrolling down to section 2, I have up here just basically kind of like a little disclaimer of, my rates have increased over the past 12 months. Last year in 2022 or 2021, sorry, they were a little bit cheaper, but everything's going up, so we need to raise our rates as well. First thing I have is weekly lawn maintenance, spring and fall aeration, overseeding, spring, summer, or fall fertilizer, spring cleanup, fall cleanup, shrub pruning or trimming, and chemical spraying, bed maintenance, mulch installation, sprinkler activation and deactivation, snow removal. And then finally down here, I have picture and video consent. This is actually something new that I've added this year, just so I can get confirmation on if it's okay for me to, take pictures or record video for Instagram or YouTube. If we scroll all the way back to the top right up here, it's really easy to take out parts or add them. If you want to delete one, just click these 3 little buttons right here and delete it. If you want to add a question, just click up right here and it'll drop it down right there, and you can type whatever you want there. What I like to do is have check boxes. Then the first one would be yes or no or whatever. You can also select if it's required. If you want to get rid of it, you can just do that. So as you're using this and as you look it over, go through, change it if you want, add services, take away services, change your wording, change your pricing, do all that stuff so it matches what your business needs. So now I'm going to show you what it looks like when we will actually send this to someone. So I'm going to pull up a preview. So here's the preview. Here is where you can fill in your name. Like I said, this is the only required field, so we can just click next. So this is what it's going to look like for your customer. They can scroll down, do yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. And then when they're done, hopefully they're going to click submit and you'll get the answers. Now, one thing that we can do is, if we're back on this page, you can see responses. I just got the response because essentially I filled it out myself, and it sends me an email and lets you know that you have a new response. So if we come over here and click this button, it's going to bring us to the actual spreadsheet where it keeps all this information. And this is why I like it, because it's going to have it broken up into columns. Weekly lawn maintenance, all those questions that we asked and they clicked yes or no or left it blank, it's going to, populate it with those answers. If this was all filled out and we highlighted this one, it's going to highlight all those, and it's just so much easier to go down and see yes or no, they don't want sprinkler activation, yes they want snow removal, yes they want bed maintenance. If it's blank, the way I have this filled out, it'll populate in black, so that way you're not being overrun with no's and yeses. You just know that it's they didn't fill it out. For yeses, I highlighted green. Green means go, so that's a indication for me to go ahead and start scheduling that service. No, obviously I have that as red. So as people are filling this out, it's going to be filled up with black and green and red, and it's just really easy to be able to refer back to this, especially in the springtime, but all throughout the year, so that way you can start scheduling the services that they need. All right, so that's my 2022 service inquiry survey. I'm gonna leave a link down in the description to where you can make a copy and save it for your own records to where you can use to send to your customers. What I'll actually end up doing for my own customers is create an email and send this link to them so that when they click it, it'll open and they can fill it out themselves. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and leave a like. I'd appreciate it. Also, if you leave a comment down below on if this is something you guys do, if you guys think it might be beneficial for you, or even if you use, just regular paper and snail mail. This, for me, I just think it's so much easier to, email it out to 75, 80 of my customers and just slowly start getting those responses back and make it easy to read and start scheduling those services. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.